What's up, folks? So, what does it mean to be enlightened? I know a lot of people are seeking that. They're going down that spiritual path, looking into all that. They want to be enlightened, right? They see that as a good way to be. Sounds good. They want to know, like, what are they missing? There's something missing. I'm missing something. And that's why they're seeking enlightenment. And what if it was as simple as just knowing the difference between right and wrong? Right? I keep using this example of how in Pennsylvania, if you possess marijuana, you're wrong. But just across the line in New York, for doing the same exact thing, you're right. So that right there is saying there's no difference between right and wrong. It's like some kind of magical belief, right? Because if you're standing in Pennsylvania and a cop knows you have that marijuana, it is within their rights to use violence against you. If you act in self-defense for doing the same thing that you would be doing across the border, just a few feet away, then it'd probably be better for you to try to get on the other side of the line. But I'm just being silly. I'm being as silly, as ridiculous as this magical belief that there's no such thing as right and wrong, how it is the root cause of the shit show. Marijuana, I'm just dumbing it down, right? But it is the root cause, like the consequences of these beliefs are so devastating, like a horror show. Like when we see what's coming out, what's being exposed these days, the darkness coming to light, they'll be fine as long as we keep believing there's no such thing as right and wrong. We'll be a very unenlightened society that will just keep allowing them to do what they do. Very our spirits very dimmed. Not like if you take, for example, in the 1700s, 1800s, they even called it the Age of Enlightenment because there was a period in time where people started to wake up and say, you know what? How is this king? He's just another guy. What gives him the right to have this authority over us? Why are we letting them rule us like this? And it led to the American Revolution, and it led the French Revolution, and all the Age of Reason, and all kinds of critical thinking, right? And then over time, our spirits are not anything near like they were in the 1776, right? But how could you be really enlightened if you could stand on that line? The border of Pennsylvania, if you stand on the line, Pennsylvania, New York, and you're just like, oh yeah, no, that's wrong there, and it's right here. That's not enlightened at all. That's a very low, dense belief, consciousness, right? And that's what's happening. That's the truth. That's why I keep saying, care for the truth. This isn't my opinion. This isn't my belief that this is happening. It is happening because of people's beliefs. It's happening, and the consequences of it are catastrophic. And I think it's so important to talk about, to care about it, so we can humanity's at stake at this point. It's not looking good, obviously, but this is the point I'm trying to make here, is that understanding these principles, non-aggression, self-defense, and how we can apply them to our lives and really know the difference between right and wrong is totally, totally possible. Anyone standing on that line who's enlightened will know which is right and which is wrong. So that's about it. Could just take it real quick to Jesus, right? What would he do if he was standing on that line, right? He's historically a spiritual, enlightened being in history. You really think he would just be like, nah, there's no difference between right and wrong. It wouldn't make any difference for the cop to use violence against you for doing the same thing that's not wrong over there. The consequences are devastating. And the biggest factor of it all is that we allow it. We allow it to occur. We allow others to be aggressed upon. We allow it. And that is devastating. That is so unenlightened.